Mga ate at mga kuya, welcome back to Kuya Puto's channel. I wanted to share something a little bit personal with you. Yung pong familia ko dumating dito sa Canada nung mid-80s. And if I had to compare yung Canada that I grew up in compared to what Canada is ngayon, medyo malaki po ang diferensya. Yung simoy ng hangin parang mas malinis dati. Yung environment was a little bit more polite. Yung mga tao, they were a little bit more respectful. Marami pong mag-argue. Sasabihin nila, slowly but surely, Canada is turning into a third world country. Totoo ba yun? Yun ang pag-uusapan natin dito sa video na to. Yes, sir. So mga ate at mga kuya, marami po nagsasabi, and hindi lang sabi, a lot of long-time residents are beginning to feel this way too. Sinasabi nila, slowly but surely, this country is turning into a third world country. Tandaan nyo nung araw, yung mga tao gustong-gustong pumunta sa Amerika, sa US of A, sa lahat ng mga movies na makikita nyo, sa lahat ng mga teleserye na mapapanood nyo sa TV, everybody talks about going to the States, to the USA. Eventually, as time went on, di ba parang hindi na nila mina-mention yung States. Now everybody wants to go to Canada. And you know what? Everybody did. Kaya marami pong mga residente, long-time residents, even Canadian citizens, yung mga puti na matagal na dito, sinasabi nila, especially because of what has happened in the last 5, maybe 6, maybe 7 years, that slowly but surely the country that we grew up in has evolved into something that's not so nice. You know, they would go as far and say, maybe Canada is turning into a third world country. Totoo ba yan? Totoo ba yan, Kuya Puto? So, you know what I did, guys? I scoured the internet. I went to the internet and, you know what? Ang dami kong nakita na hindi maganda. And that's what I wanted to share with you. And you know what? I wanted to know your opinion about the matter. And pag nakita nyo itong mga video clips na to, siguro yung iba nakita nyo na, but I put a compilation together. Compilation, that's a big word. Check it out. And you be the judge. You be the judge. Clip number 1. Panoorin natin, okay? Ayun. Tandaan nyo nung nasa Pilipinas kayo. Doon nyo lang makikita yan, di ba? Dito, sa Calgary yata nangyari yan. Yeah, calgarytransit.com. Ayun. Napakadaming tao. As in, walang lumilinya. Alam nyo, nung bata ako, yung mga tao lumilinya, they were very respectful. Ano nangyari? Ano nangyari? Nung bata po ako, I used to take the bus. Totoo yan. And lahat po nakalinya. Everybody was respectful. Walang nagtutulak. Nobody was mobbing the doors. And pag dumating yung bus, hindi nyo nakikita parang hinahabol-habol ng mga tao para unahan po sila makapasok sa loob. That did not exist before. Everything was done in orderly fashion. In a very respectful and orderly fashion. Ngayon, nung nakita ko po yan, nagulat ako. I'm like, oh my God. You know, Kanto style yan, Pilipinas style yan, di ba? And they're not really Filipinos, those people that are hoarding the bus, right? As you can tell. Saan nyo ba nakikita yung mga ganyang klaseng asal when it comes to public transit? That never existed here before, but now it's becoming common, too common, and it's unfortunate. Let's watch the next clip. Oh, ito guys, this was the night of Diwali. Yung Diwali is a major celebration sa community nila. And this is taken at a plaza sa Brampton, Ontario nung gabi ng Diwali. So yun, tinan mo, nagpapaputok sila. Yeah, kita niyo yung kotse nag-i-stunt driving. Alright? That never used to happen before. Like never, ever, ever. Tayo, mga Pilipino tayo, di ba? Kailan ba tayo nagwala ng ganyan sa kalye? Tandaan ko nung bata ako, Di ba merong ati-atihan sa Pilipinas? Gustong-gusto kong pinapanood yun eh, ati-atihan. Kahit minsan po buong buhay ko, hindi ko nakita yung mga Pinoy na nag-ati-atihan in public. And this ganitong klaseng asal po, it's not a good thing to do. It's not a good thing to see. And it's becoming common. Just like yung nakita nyo kanina dun sa bus. It's very sad dahil alam niyo po itong mga fireworks na yan, dapat Victoria Day, ano pa ba, New Year's Day and Canada Day lang dapat yung ginagamit eh. Illegal yan. You know, illegal yan because it might cause accidents. And it has in the past, right? That's why merong rules. Pero as you can see, parang baliwala sa kanila. And kita nyo, you know what? I've done my fair share of goofy things when I was a teenager, pero hindi nyo nakikita dati yan. But now, it seems like every weekend, there's a plaza somewhere, like, you know, on that side of the GTA, Brampton, that these things are happening quite often. I think itong plaza na to is at Trinity Mall, if I'm not mistaken, which is very popular for activities like this, diba? So, yeah. Itong mga asal na ganyan, saan nyo ba nakikita yan? Not here before, but now it's becoming very common, like I said. So this is the aftermath of Diwali. Kita nyo, ang dupak, di ba? Kalat lahat, there's garbage everywhere. I mean, it's just a total mess. You know, you can't even use the parking lot for this business right now. Dahil, who's gonna clean up after that? They never did. They never did. So nakakahiya talaga yan. Isipin nyo, magsa-celebrate kayo, tapos magkakalat kayo, and then you don't even clean up after yourself. What does that say about you? What does that say about the culture? Hindi po maganda yan. Napakapangit yan. You know, we were always taught, nung lumalaki po ako dito, always clean up after yourself because nobody else will clean up after you. You know? Kaya nga, karamihan po ng mga celebrations, mga ethnic celebrations, nung araw, kahit ngayon, you know, it's usually done inside somebody's house or it's usually done inside a rented hall. You know, like an actual venue in private. Right? Hindi po dun sa kalye-kalye, hindi po dun sa ano tawag dun, plaza-plaza. And then, ganyan na nangyayari. Di ba nakita nyo kanina? You know, they use fireworks, they have cars doing stunt driving, ang dami pong mga bystanders na making noise in the middle of the night. By the way, I think in Diwali, it fell on a Thursday, which is the same day as Halloween, di ba? So that's a work night. So etong aftermath na to, etong nakita niyo sa parking lot, this happened Friday morning. Okay? That's still a working business day. So isipin nyo, sino magbabayad para linisin yan? And yung mga negosyo na nagdedepende sila sa parking lot na yan for their businesses, right? So customers can come in. Now, that's being disrupted. Di ba parang disrespectful yun? You know? Nag-ingay ka na, nanggulo ka na, tapos nagkalat ka pa. And now, hindi ka pa naglinis. And now it's affecting not only the people in that community, but also local businesses. That's a total disrespect. Kaya po marami nagsasabi, maybe, just maybe. Hopefully not. You know, Canada seems to be going that way. You know, as a third world, right? Because of, you know, a small percentage of people from that community. Eto, ayokong makita yan, guys. Ayokong makita yan. That's just disgusting. That's disgusting. Dito po sa lugar namin, yung mailbox, hindi po dun sa bahay. You know, we have designated mailboxes, you can see. And for the most part, everything is pristine. Everything is clean. Everything is orderly. Ito po, itong clip na yan, again, that was taken in Brampton, Ontario, in a neighborhood there. Kita nyo, kalat lahat, ang daming garbage everywhere. Dahil yung pong mga mailboxes dito, doon po nila nilalagay yung mga flyers, yung mga junk mail, and yung mga tao nakatira po dito sa neighborhood na to, where this mailbox is located in Brampton, Pag binuksan nila yung mailbox nila and then they see junk mail, they see flyers that they don't want to deal with, tinatapon na lang sa sa kalsada. Di ba ang pangit nun? I mean, ba't nagkakalat ka? That's where you live. That's your neighborhood. I hope stuff like this is doon lang. And I hope it does not spread. I would die if I saw this in my neighborhood because that is such an act of disrespect, not only to you, to me, but to everybody living in that subdivision. So yeah, this is extremely, extremely sad. Tandaan niyo sa Pilipinas dati. Okay? Oh, tatandaan ko, nung nasa Pilipinas ako, nung bata ako, di ba pag naglalakad kayo sa kalye, merong pader, tapos punong-puno ng mga basura. This is the beginning. That's why a lot of people say, unfortunately, Canada might be going towards the path of a third world country. It's sad. I hope behaviors like this stop soon.
Hi there.
हाँ बेटा क्या ऑर्डर?
शक्करपारे हैगे जी?
नहीं मिठी पकौड़ी हैगी शक्करपारे बने नहीं अजे
दही भल्ले मिल जाणगे जी?
दही भल्ले एक्चुअली भल्ले
So Tim Hortons lately, guys, gets a lot of hate because, allegedly they like to hire nothing but people from that one specific ethnicity, right? Pero hindi naman lahat po ng tao sa Canada puro from that ethnicity. So kung Tim Hortons kayo, you're gonna have to serve like people from all different races, right? Dahil, we're multicultural dito. So nakita nyo, ginagawa ngayon, pag umu-order sila, they use their own language. Okay? Sa trabaho ko po dati, it's very disrespectful if mag-conversate po kayo ng kapwa ninyong Pinoy in Tagalog because there's people around you. Okay? And ganun po ginagawa nilang practice ngayon. Pag merong somebody, like a customer, pulls up to the drive-thru, okay? Ginagamit po nila yung language nila para mag-communicate. And I think that's not good. That's not very professional. Lalo na kung doon kayo nagtatrabaho, di ba? Paano kung marinig po kayo ng ibang tao? They might complain and say, hey, what are they talking about? Are they talking about me? That's why we always practice professionalism at the workplace. And you know what? This type of practice, in my opinion, is unacceptable. All right? And, si Lolo, ayun, naglalakad sa drive-thru. I'm not gonna lie, I've seen that before. Okay? Even before the borders got opened up. Pero yung pong mga gumagawang ganyan dati, nung kabataan ko, yung mga laseng, yung mga high sa droga. After the club, wala na siguro sa sarili nila. They just want coffee. They get out of their car and they walk to the drive-thru. But ito, siguro si Lolo po, he just is not aware of what the protocols or the rules are or the norms are when it comes to drive-thru. But, I just thought I'd put that in. Ayan, walk-through instead of drive-thru. Oh, eto na naman, yung nag-party sila. Actually, no, this is not a party. This was an actual concert by the GO Train sa Bramalea Station. They held some kind of event outdoors again. And Bramalea GO Station. And wala po naglinis the day after. This is becoming a common thing. Lalong-lalo na po sa Brampton. And it's terrible. It really is. Because like I said before, not only are you affecting other people, you're also affecting the businesses in the surrounding area dahil yung pong space becomes unusable, right? And sino po magbabayad para linisin yan? Diba? And what does that say about the culture na gumamit ng parking lot na yun? Nagpakasaya na nga kayo. tapos wala kayong delikadesa maglinis after yourself. Okay, isipin nyo, if everybody started doing this everywhere, then Canada will really be no different than a third world country because yung asal ng mga tao. This next clip, guys, dito ko talagang galit na galit. As in, galit na galit ako dito sa next clip na to because it's just so wrong. And lalo na for them to, film it and put it on, I think it was TikTok where I saw this. I think so. Parang pinopromote nila yung asal kalye. Ito, panoorin nyo. Kita nyo? Meron siyang hawak na Tim Hortons cup and he pretended na natisod siya and tinapon niya doon sa kalsada. I mean, come on. What are you doing? What are you doing? Tapos tumatawa-tawa po siya. I mean, alam niyo nung bata ako, kung mahuli po kayo na meron kayong tinapon sa labas ng bintana ninyo habang nagdadrive kayo, tapos nahuli kayo ng polis, nakita kayo ng polis, ang laki ng multa sa inyo yun. And you know what? Hindi naman po tayo mga bata eh. Like we know, like we're adults here, right? We should know the difference between right and wrong. That is such a bad example. That makes, that specific culture look so bad. And it's unfortunate po talaga dahil I'm pretty sure, like I said before in my videos, this is a very small percentage of the population, right? And it makes everybody else look bad. It makes the whole culture look bad. And believe it or not, the culture po, it's a beautiful culture. Filled with a lot of beautiful people that do a lot of good. Itong mga small percentage talaga na pasaway. Sila po ang nagpapabaho dun sa imahe nila. Man, that's deep imahe, right? So yeah, this one particular clip, hits me in here because that's just a terrible attitude to have. Terrible attitude to have. Si Uncle, yung trend dumadaan, pero wala siyang pakialam. He just walked right through. Not only is that dangerous, okay? Not only is that against the law, I mean, it shows ignorance. Okay? Not only does it show ignorance, it promotes ignorance. Okay? Dahil marami po makakakita nito and iisipin nila, ayos lang gawin yan. Saan nyo ba nakikita ganyang klaseng asal? Not here. Oh, not here before anyways, but now that's becoming very, very common. Usually, asal ganyan, saan nyo nakikita? Third world countries. That's why a lot of people are saying, slowly, Canada is turning into a third world country. Eto guys, the next one, a lot of you Pinoys can relate to this because nung bata ako sa Pilipinas before we left, I used to do this. I mean, di ba merong washroom sa looban ng McDonald's? Ba't di na lang siya pumasok? Umihi muna siya dun sa pader sa labas ng McDonald's and then he went inside. You never see that. Okay? Kung merong police po dyan, that's a charge for public indecency. Public desecration of a business or whatever charge. I'm not a lawyer, but there's charges that's going to be laid out, if you were seen or you were caught by law enforcement, relieving yourself in public. Saan nyo nakikita ganyang klaseng asal? Saan? Not here before. Okay? At least not in public like that. Saan pa? Sa third world country. Many people nakikita yan sa social media. They're gonna think dahil baguhan sila sa Canada, it's acceptable behavior. But it's not. Okay? It's not. Like, people in developed countries like Canada, first world countries like Canada, don't do this stuff. But fortunately, that kind of behavior is becoming more common nowadays. Sad. Sad. And speaking of behaviors, this next one. Watch it. Yeah? Yeah? Kita niyo yan? Yeah? So, let me explain to you what's happening here. Binibigyan po sila ng ticket for whatever infraction that they committed, right? I was always taught that pag merong police officer, any interaction with a police officer, be respectful. Respect the badge, respect the position, because they are here to save lives. They are here to serve and protect. Hanggang ngayon, you know, not that I get stopped that often, but every time I do get stopped, you know, every sentence that comes out of my mouth, hello, officer. How are you, officer? Yes, officer. I'm sorry, officer. It'll never happen again, officer. Have a nice day, officer. I'm super respectful because, man, they're the law. Okay, we were always taught to respect the law. And eto po, not only are they arguing with a police officer, it looks like they're threatening the police officer, and they're not doing it in any fashion that is considered respectful. Okay, saan nyo nakikita yung ganitong klaseng asal? Yung inaaway nyo or dinuduro nyo pa yung mga police? You know, when really all they're doing is their job. Okay? If you don't do anything stupid, okay, they won't bother you. And that's how it's always been while I was growing up here. But now, you know, yung attitude pagdating sa mga police, it's changing. You know, the attitude when it comes to officials, you know, that are supposed to uphold the law. It's becoming confrontational, as you can see in this video. So, you know what, guys? There's many more examples. These are just some clips that I saw online that I wanted to share with you. Ano sa tingin nyo? You know, is Canada really turning into a third world country? I'd like to know your opinion. Comment down below. Okay? So, sana naman guys, natuwa kayo kahit konti dito sa short video clip na to. Or medyo humaba na ng konti. If you have not subscribed, subscribe naman po kayo sa channel ni Kuya Puto so we can grow this as big as we can. So this is Kuya Puto, guys, wishing you good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you is in the world. Stay hungry, stay humble, keep your hustle strong. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.